Apple Motion comes with lots of great features to create all kinds of weird and wonderful wavy designs, which you can combine in all kinds of different ways. I'm going to show you how to do something like this. Not exactly. I suspect I'll never be able to duplicate it exactly. But let's just go through the steps. So File and New, and I'm just going to go with Motion Project and Open. So once you've got that, you've obviously got here, you've got your timeline. And also what you need to do is add something. Now I'm going to go with this one, which is one I really like. So generators, and you've got 33 items. And I'm just going to go down for this one colour ray. But you've got lots of other ones, some really good ones. So one colour ray, select that and then drag that over here. Just put it there. And now you can see you've got this lovely grey, which is not what I want, but you can change it. Simply go to Inspector. So Inspector, so you can see you've got a lot of options here. You've got widths, offsets. So you can offset, you can just move it so you can reposition the centre point. Generally, I don't do that, but you could. Also, you can change the colour. Now, what you can do, you can just click here and you can change the colour. Just go across this, go maybe like that. Up to you. Choose any colour you want. I'm going with an orange there, but you could go blue, green, etc. And also you can add colour variants. Now, personally, I don't find that particularly amazing, that colour variants. I would like all these variants. Obviously, that looks very much like that. I don't really understand their colour variants. I would have that all changed. Maybe that option's available, I don't know. Also, you can change the rotation. Obviously, in this case, not that great. But of course, when you combine things, it is useful. Also, you can change the sharpness, so you can make it more blurry, which I think is kind of cool. And I'm just going to add a little bit of blurriness for now. You can, of course, keep it sharp, perfectly reasonable. Also, what you can do, you can add waviness. So you can see there, waviness. And you push it up to 10. That's it, unfortunately. Don't know why. It'd be nice if you could extend it more, but it's not. 10 seems to be the limit. And then also you can add frequency in. Maybe that's the reason, because, of course, if you add the combination, maybe it would just become too messy and complicated. So therefore, I've got that. Waviness, frequency, and also you can introduce phase as well. And then another additional, so you can tweak that, change it to your heart's content. You've also got cut-offs as well, so you can have that if you want a black hole in the centre. Well, the next thing I want to do is add some sort of variation to it. A really great way of doing that, I always love, is this one, waviness. But you could use frequency as well, perfectly reasonable. But waviness, so with waviness, just there, just go over here. And you can see you've got this drop down. So click, and then down here, add parameter behaviour. And I wanted to add it to waviness. So waviness, and you've got a load of them. That one I'm going to go oscillate. You could try some of the others out. They're all pretty good, generally. But oscillate. And as soon as you've done that, you can see what happens. Now, the one thing I always find slightly frustrating, it doesn't show you here which one it's connected to. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I can't see it. So once you've done that, you can then add like this phase. You can go through the settings here. Let's just change that. And you can see what happens now. And you get down the bottom. I love the fact it gives this little chart. Oh, you've got it down here. You can see one colour, waviness. At least it tells you. Otherwise, you're thinking, which one does it reference to? Because, of course, you might have 10 or 15 of these things. So it does show it. That's handy. And also you can change the amplitude. Now, of course, sometimes you might think, oh, the result is not good, or you change the speed, you push it up too high. It's a lot. One thing I would love to see in this would be an option for presets. There doesn't seem to be any preset option, which is a pity. Also, there's no option for randomize, which would be really nice as well. That would be a real great feature. You just have to set them and just try them out. And it's a bit of trial and error, I have to say. It's not going to be, say, oh, it's not, because it is. And of course, you can tweak things, and you've got here, you can see the settings, and you can change other things as well. So once you're happy with it, you can see now as you run through the timeline, let's just see, you can see. Now you might think, oh, maybe change the speed a bit, and so on. Just try it. And also you can got this half range as well, and you can try that as well, see if it makes, in fact, that does nothing. Does work sometimes, but anyway, didn't seem to do much there. Okay, so now you've got that. It looks fine. I think that looks kind of cool. And you could, of course, make all the settings more intense. And you can go back now to your one ray. Well, what you can do is you can actually duplicate this. You don't have to just have one. Of course, you could have other generators as well. You could obviously have gradients combined, there's loads and loads of these generators. But what you can do is you can right click and you've got the option to duplicate. So duplicate. So now in this group, you've got two. Well, they're independent. You probably can link them. I don't know. There probably is a link feature. I haven't found that yet. Please let me know in the comments below if there's a link feature. It would be nice if you could link things, because sometimes linking things really makes quite interesting combinations with other things as well. However, what you can now do is you can change the colour for this one. Now, at the moment, obviously, it's not making any difference, but say you go for green. Well, you obviously can see that's the only one you can see now because it's on top. Let's just close that now. So go back there, and you can maybe change some other settings. Now, you could change the wavelength. Let's just change that just slightly. Just a subtle change. It doesn't seem to want to change. Let's go that way. That's weird. Just seems to stop there. Okay, let's just change the frequency. Just change something. Don't know why it's refusing to move there. There's obviously something. And also you can just change that and maybe change the offset, whatever. Just change something. The phase as well. Want to change. So with that, what you can do, you can go here to properties. So with that one selected, you can go down here and you've got blend mode. So click that and you go for subtract. I think that's kind of cool. You can go for darken. Some are better than others, but I always love difference. So I'm just going to go for difference, which right down, there's loads of other ones. Just try them out. Some are better than others, maybe like that. So you've got that design there. Now you could change obviously opacity, etc. And you could change some of the other settings. But what you can now do is you see when you go through there, what happens is, as you see, it goes through. Let's just press play. Just play. And you can see you get that sort of weird effect. And of course, you could have randomization in it, loads of other options. But you can see you can create some quite interesting combinations. And you don't have to just go with two. Just try it. Right click and duplicate. Now you've got three. And you can change the colour of that one. So let's just change the colour of that one. Let's go for blue. And you can see then with that, close that, and maybe add some colour variation, whatever, divisions, change there. You can see just change. They're independent. And hopefully the waviness will change. No, that seems to only lets you go below. Okay. Seems to be a weird sort of thing where it just refuses to move off that. Very peculiar. And you can change the frequency. You can see you can create a variety of different designs by doing that. And that's what I say. Sometimes it's quite hard to actually replicate it exactly because, of course, of all the different options here. And also you can change the sharpness. You might want to go for fully sharp, or maybe that one slightly blurry. Or you can always go and select, whoops, don't want that. I want to go to that one, and then maybe change the sharpness, make that one blurry as well. And you can see then, again, as you run through, you can see the effect of that. And of course, you can also go to these. You don't have to have the same one. They're all different. So again, phase, you could just change that slightly, change amplitude, change the speed. And now you'll see a different result. And you can see you can create all kinds of weird and wonderful. Let's just run it now. So press play. And you can see the result of that. Now, I did create one earlier. And window, let's just go to that one. Wrong one, always select that one. Get the right one. And now again, exactly the same, press play. And you can see the result of that. Just creates a whole range. And of course, the different settings. There's loads of different settings in here. So I suspect, like I say, you might find different settings. You will achieve completely different results. So again, go back to that one. And of course, what you can also do is you can always go up to the group, and you've got filters as well. So if you want to, just go up here and you've got blur, gradient. Some of these I haven't tried. And this is the one thing I love about doing these videos, because sometimes I think while I'm doing it, I think, you know what, let's just try some. Some might be good, some might not be good. So prism. So maybe try prism. I don't know what the settings are of prism. So you can change there the amount. Oh, it creates a nice little colour effect there. You've got angle. Interesting. Oh, you can see it just makes a nice little option there. Okay, doesn't seem to have too many options, but again, all these of course can be then modified over that timeline. So you can always go up, let's just run this again. So press play and you can see the effect of that and so on. And obviously you could add some distortion ones. Distortion ones are pretty good as well. So you've got filters, add distortion, any of these ones, maybe mirror might be interesting, or bump map, or maybe use this result as the source for the bump map. So you could have an image where it's all been modified by this bump map over time. Loads of different options with this sort of imagery. And of course, there's lots of other generators to use as well. Anyway, please add a thumbs up if you like the video, always appreciated. Or thumbs down if you don't like the video. Also, please subscribe to the channel, always adding new tutorials about Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, obviously Apple Motion, as well as soon to be things like After Effects, as well as Photoshop, and many, many more. Any comments? Always appreciated. Always great to hear from you. What things do you think that you could do with this? Will you be using this sort of approach? Would you like to see other behaviours run through, filters, etc.? Always exploring all the various options. I think Apple Motion has some of the best. And the great thing about this, I love, because I love using, obviously, still imagery. You can always, of course, go and just go to File, and then you can, of course, share, and you can export the thing. You've got various options here, save current frame. Now, sometimes I have noticed that the current frame doesn't always end up looking exactly what this is. And also, of course, can save the movie and then process it in some other application like Photoshop or After Effects as well. But I love using it in other things as well, so you can sort of build it up. So I think Apple Motion is a great feature tool to use for loads of different things. Bye.